8th of June. Quick look at the cucumbers. I'm going to just pop the bigger ones on in a minute into their auto pots. I could pop them on again before I go into the auto pots, but there's no need really. Carmen and Pissandra, a mix of those. That was sowing a couple of weeks later. I've got way more than what I need, but I'll grow some for a friend as well. And of course, like all things, you can select the best, then give away the odd plant to anyone who would appreciate them. So just filling up these auto pots. Put clay pebbles in the bottoms. These are for cucumbers, much the same as tomatoes. I don't do anything any different. 50-50 mix of professional potting compost and perlite. Of course, all the mix is really doing is creating a good drainage and a good place for roots to grow out in and sit in, and then the roots will go to the bottom to get the water and the feed, which obviously is in the water. So onwards and upwards. These 3 onions have come up. The tops had started to die, so it was time for them to come up. On investigation underneath it, they were just too dry. Obviously a few of the drips on the drip system aren't quite working as well as some of the others. I think I've worked out why, so that's good. But they're 3 decent ones. See how they keep. Very pleased with the carrots, looking much better than last year's. A bit greener, all a good size. I've just seen a little weed in there, I'll get in and get him out in a bit. Next to that is where the 250 onions were. You won't see it probably on this film, but I've sowed this with 3 rows of beetroot and it looks to have come up nicely. Very pleased. Beetroot isn't always the easiest to get to come up even, but it has here. Right, Sunday the 22nd, day after the longest day, and the heat wave's come to an end, thank goodness. It's a few things have struggled. Just got 2 celery, the heat did the others. There we go, happens. Just show you those pots, I'm going to be using those to put the Hawkesbury Wonder in the ground. You'll see why I actually put them in a pot as well as in the ground. We'll also have one of those each to keep them upright and support. And this is the bed. This would have been the celery bed, hence it's really well prepared. A beautiful soil. I think I'll put probably 4, maybe 5 of the beans in here. I should put the irrigating pipe over the top of them. Well, not over the top of them, close to them. And there they are. Lucky 7. There. See how we get on. So I'll get to it and then we'll have a shot afterwards. So here we go. Job finished. As you can see, the soaker hose goes across the corners. The support goes straight over the centre of the plant. The soil is real top stuff. Might even be too good for them, but we'll see. I shall grow these 4 here, and the other 3 are going to be planted in the onion house. While I'm here, I am going to just put the last collars on the 2 celery. These are looking all right, thank goodness. Obviously the others all failed, so just want even slightly taller collars this time, not tight yet, but just enough to keep pushing that plant growing upwards. Obviously we want them to grow from the centre, hence I have took away any little side shoots that are on the outside. I've got one over there to get, if you can see him. There he is. And at the end of this bed is the 2 bags of bonnie potatoes, which I'm growing for seed. Let's have a peep in the slug trap. Oh, get in. Super duper. Well done, Morrison's Cheapo beer. Bit of excitement there. You see that bee? Been really pleased. There's been bees and flies on these for the last few weeks. He's doing a good job. Look, he's gone from one to another. He's passed the genetics from one to the other. And there he goes, and to the other one as well. Well done, lad. What a good bee he is. And there he goes. The glass house. In we go. Some more shallots. That's very not the ideal thing, the sieve. Lets lots of air underneath and holds them in place. During the day I'll put them outside. And we can see the tomatoes building up nicely now. Getting towards the top of the roof. That's the mazes. It's a medium tomato. It should grow around about the 60mm, which is perfection. And these are the 4 Barrow, growing well. Got lots of fruit coming on them. And at this end we have, in the corner, 2 Pissandras, growing like mad. And then 2 Carmen. You can definitely see a difference in the growth spurts of the 2. The Pissandra is definitely a quicker grower. But they're looking well, lovely colour. And then I've got 2 spare Carmen there. I shall hang on to them a little bit longer, check everything's going all right. Obviously there's the 2 water tanks, one for the cucumber with a more high nitrogen and one for the tomatoes with a more high potash. I also had a little bit of Epsom salts and just for a little while a little bit of calcium nitrate, just a touch. Hopefully help deter the blossom end rot. We shall see. 22nd of June, into the onion house, see what we've been up to. Got a bit of tidying up to do tomorrow, but you'll get the gist. For the onions, have had a bit of a bashing with this heat. They just don't like it over 25, 26. And it's been rather a bit long, but they're hanging in there. We've got another measure day tomorrow. I'll measure the circumferences every 4th day. If they're growing really well, you can put on 1 inch over that, but I suspect it'll be a bit less than that. They're hanging in there, looking fairly uniform. Obviously you don't know till you got them up that there's no botrytis underneath. As I have had to outtake 3 up. Well, there's actually 4, one who got botrytis. It had stopped growing. There's some of the shallots resting. Looking alright at the minute, no doubling at the minute, but we shall see. So let's see what else I've been doing. As you can see, I've put 3 beans in here. The 3 I've put in here were the smaller ones, and especially today being very windy, they do get bashed about by the wind, so I'm going to have 3 growing in here. Desperate to keep some seed as well for myself. I've used everything up. The only seed I've got left now really is not very good stuff that probably won't germinate. As you can see from the temperature, it's 30 in here, yet it's blowing a breeze. Got up to 42 earlier at some point in the day, which is ridiculous. But I have quite a few of the panels out, and there's a limit to what you can do. Right, 2 cucumbers. The one on the left's the Carmen, the one on the right's the Pissandra, and the same on this side. These are a little bit more advanced, but this time on the right's the Carmen. It's a nice one. And on the left is the Pissandra. The Pissandras go on the outside because they don't hang down as much. And obviously there, as you can see from the string, there's quite a difference in the amount of space they have when they're growing more to the edge of the greenhouse. So that's a quick look in here.